morning. What an amazing job Steve and his team did on Unfranchised Mobile, huh? Kind of a big adrenaline rush this morning. You know what I mean? That whole Unfranchised Mobile, we were all this week, when Steve was showing us it on, we were just blown away. Blown away, and it's just, it was what we needed. It was long overdue, right?
But you know what? I also think that these events sometimes are long overdue because we, as both corporate team members as well as unfranchised owners, these don't come enough sometimes.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, you know, we talk about, you hear us talking about selling tickets, and it's not really about selling tickets, it's about getting you here. Mm-hmm. Because we know once you're here, you all came here for a reason. Our only fear is that you might not come back because you let life as you know it take over. And life as you know it isn't as great as it's supposed to be because you're destined to be great, because you are great. And we talked about that all through the weekend. So the thing is this, if you haven't committed to getting your tickets to the next event in 6 months, you haven't committed to your success yet. You haven't committed to yourself yet. Because like JR said, if he charged you $100,000 or $1 million for this business, because we put millions and millions and millions of dollars in order to give you a business for some ridiculous amount of money. Think about that. You would treat it like the business that should be treated as. And so you have to commit to yourself. I know it's a commitment to pull money out of your pocket and buy something 6 months in advance. But if you don't do that, then you don't see yourself successful in 6 months. You don't see yourself successful in 6 months. Do you believe in yourself? Sometimes I wonder if we believe in them more than they believe in themselves. And I can tell you this, that there's not a one of us that are up on this stage, including JR and I, who haven't struggled and felt pain and lived paycheck to paycheck. I know when I met JR, we didn't have anything. Our big date was Wendy's. It's true. But we were destined and determined to be successful and bring other people with us. I just want the same thing for you. We just want the same thing for you. All Dennis and Kevin and Jim and JR and I and Steve want is for you to go out there and commit to believing that in 6 months from now you're going to be successful and you're bringing 2 people back with you. Okay? So do yourself a favor. Don't leave here today without getting your tickets because we're sure to be a sellout. And I want it to be you back here. Because you're here today, okay? So think about that and just act on it and stop whining and crying and just suck it up and do it and believe in yourself. Finally, believe in yourself, okay? Because you can do anything you want to do, anything. And you know, we talk about social media and you know, it's one of our favorite things, Steve and I, to talk about because we have so much fun with it. I mean, we really do. We built a business around it.
Well, that's right. I mean, and especially you built a brand behind it.
And I did. And you know what's amazing? I didn't know anybody on Twitter or Facebook. And many of you guys who have your own following didn't know anybody on Facebook either. But you build yourself a brand and a following on Facebook and Twitter by engaging with people. And we're going to talk about that today with you. And by the way, we do have a winner, right?
We do have...
While we're doing a social media presentation, we picked a winner for our Lumiere de Vie contest for today. And that winner is Chi Zhu Stoffy from Cooperberry, Pennsylvania. She won a whole Lumiere de Vie set. You can pick that up backstage whenever you go back there.
And now it's important you go to Lumiere de Vie and you like the page because we will actually be doing another drawing and, you know, at midnight tonight. So make sure to go like the page Lumiere de Vie on Facebook.
Yeah, make sure, guys, we create these pages, one, not because we need more work to do, because we have to do the work by posting it, right? Having a page and not posting on it, which we're going to talk about today, doesn't do you any good. My group in Britain knows I work hard at posting stuff on social media, and they have duplicated that effort. And they prospect all the time that way. And the reason why it's important for you to go on there and like the page is so you can share it with your own customers and gain new customers from it. So we want you to like the page, and then you can click to enter the contest, which we're going to be picking another winner, of course, at midnight. So here's the great news. Everything's great. Everything is great. We're better than ever. The company is better than ever. You're better than ever. That's the best thing going for us right now, right?
That's right. I mean, and the thing is that we were the original social network. I mean, when we think about this, you know, we all came here because of either a referral or some type of relationship that we built. And all we did was we built that offline. But meanwhile, what we're allowed to do now with social networks is we're allowed to actually engage people all throughout the world and actually build those relationships and take that online experience and bring it offline, just like we did for the 180,000 plus franchise owners that we have here too.
So that's right. That's right. When you think about it, JR always said was a genius for sure. And you know, he always said, 20 years ago, when we built this business, word of mouth would cause us to get where we are today. Here's the thing, guys. Social media is exact same thing, except it's online. And it's all word of mouth. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. And you're doing the exact same thing you're doing offline, but you're doing it online, and you have access to more people. That does not eliminate doing what you have to do in person. But you get more people online. You can access more people. We prospect people constantly online. You know why? Because it's easier. We don't even have to know them. We don't even have to be in front of them. You have your pick of the litter. It's really amazing, right?
That's right. So let's go through the social networking landscape. 62% of adults worldwide now use social media.
Wow.
It is the most popular online activity. There is nothing that compares to the activity and the time spent on social networking compared to any other activity. 79% of online shoppers spend 50% of their online shopping time researching products. 53% use social media to follow a brand, to get the information from their favorite brand so that they feel in the know, as well as communicate with those brands. 47% acquire new customers online via Twitter. And actually, we're going to show you later on in this presentation how you can acquire customers for your franchise business, both via Twitter as well as Facebook.
Yeah, and let me ask you a fast question. Can everybody stand up who uses Facebook? JR, please stand up. Thank you, honey. Wow. Okay, stay standing. If you use Twitter, stay standing. Stay standing if you use Twitter. No cheating. Now here's what I'm saying. Excellent. This is better than it was 6 months ago. 6 months ago, do you remember? I'm so proud of you guys, but next time I want all of you standing, okay? And here's why. You don't have to do any more work, as Steve is going to explain to you in a minute, to post on both social media sites. That's and 47%, what Stevie just said a minute ago, 47% of people find new customers via Twitter. Do you want to be one of them? Okay, so now social commerce sales are expected to climb $14.35 billion in 2013 and to $30 billion in 2015. Social commerce sales. Do you think people are buying product on social media? $30 billion worth in 2015. 167 million people will shop online this year, and 192 million people will shop online by 2016, spending an average of $1,800 per year per person. That's from Forrester Research, guys, one of the most respected research companies in the world, not from me. $1,800 a year, 192 million people will be shopping on social media. You need to make sure that you're getting their customers. That's your job. That's what you need to do, and we're going to talk about how you can do that today. 40% of Twitter users regularly search for products via Twitter. JR said it 20 years ago. There will be a time where you don't have to go look for customers. They will come looking for you. We are in that time, folks. We are in that time.
So 32% of consumers have purchased products online because of information found on Twitter. Twitter has become a research source for many people before they purchase their products. They're listening to what the experts are saying about their product, and then they're responding based upon either positive or negatively to it. 60% are willing to post products on Facebook if they get a special deal or discount. This is something that we as a company are going to start looking at doing much more through our Market America social pages, but this is something that obviously you should be doing as well as a customer manager.
And by the way, you say to yourself, well, how can I do that, right? Well, I'll tell you how you can do it. If 60% of the people are willing to post about your product on social media, if you give them a special deal or discount, it's real simple. Till we are ready to adjust, and on March 1st, you're going to see in the computer program that you can actually give people discounts through unfranchise. But until then, let me tell you what I do. I send a customer a product, and I send them a $5 rebate. Have you ever thought about doing that? Or throw in a free product, guys, so you can get them to come back and buy more? Especially people of influence. Yes, I know nobody wants to give away anything for free. But when you give it to people who have an influence over a lot of people and they're willing to post about your product, you'd be crazy not to do that. You're getting more customers. You're creating brand awareness for yourself.
And the thing is that 83% of shoppers enjoy sharing their experience about a product. And I can guarantee you, if there's a negative experience based upon that product, it's 100%. Because what happens is that we now have a voice as a consumer. When we have a product that we love, we want to tell everybody about it. When we have a negative experience, we want to tell everybody about it. So now we have that voice to be able to have that two-way communication between both company as well as the consumer itself.
That's right. Now here's some fun social media facts. Bring them out one at a time.
Okay.
Okay, 56% of people have used social media to spy on your partners.
Whoa. JR, I feel bad for you because there's two people up here and I can share I'm not spying.
I'm not spying either. So, and JR has nothing to spy about. I'm always home. But here's the second thing. The IRS tracks you and what you're doing through social media. Now, I know none of us like the IRS. It's completely unconstitutional. However, they do track us that way, so make sure you're paying. And you can be sure that JR and I do pay because we post day and night, so they know exactly where we are. Right? On Twitter, we get excited if someone follows us, but in real life, it scares the hell out of us. And women behave more cautiously than men on social media. Men, stop searching for exes. No old girlfriends. Don't let the nonsense of social media stop you from building your business, as Stevie says, always, right?
Absolutely.
By the way, I'm the only one who's allowed to call him Stevie. And by the way, aren't you guys happy I'm going to be a grandmother?
Woo!
Although JR and JR is going to be called Pop Daddy, he says. And I'm going to be called Lola, because I like Lola. And Lola is grandma in Asia, and also used in Taiwan and Hong Kong. So I'm going to use Lola, because I love all my Asians. So I like Lola best.
So every minute, 684,000 pieces of content are shared on Facebook. 2 million search queries are made on Google. 72 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube. 47,000 applications downloaded from the App Store.
Nice slides, Stevie.
3,600 photos are shared on Instagram, and $272,000 is spent by consumers online every minute.
$272,000 is spent online by customers every minute.
Yes.
That's scary. I'm getting some of that action. Who's getting some of that action? Look at this, the number of users in the world. Number one, Facebook, 1 billion users. You saw that powerful video. It's scary when you read it. Yet we are the definition of social media. We created the concept. We created the concept. Now we take it offline and put it online in addition to. Second place, Twitter, 555 million. Third place, Google Plus at 450 million. Pinterest is number 5. And LinkedIn is 4th at 200 million. Guys, this is what people are doing. They're using social media.
You know, and just breaking down some of the more popular ones, Pinterest. You know, Pinterest is the 3rd most popular social networking site in the United States behind Facebook and Twitter, and it's 60% females. Now, if any guy who has their significant other knows, most of their time when they're doing it is not on Facebook, but they're pinning up their different interests, whether it be wedding ideas, whether it be their perfect backyard, things like that. They're always coming up with different concepts.
And by the way, Steve, the average age on Pinterest is 37 years old. That's the average age, and the average starting income is $60,000 a year.
That's right.
People are very successful on Pinterest. They're also very successful selling product on Pinterest.
That's right. Pins without prices are over twice as likely to be repinned than ones that show prices, which means they just want to see the product. They don't want to see that this being a selling opportunity. Remember, this is a social network. We're on there to socialize and build relationships and then take that experience offline when we want to sell that product. Average time spent on Pinterest is 14.2 minutes per session, as well as it's expected to account for 35% of social media-driven purchases. So it's the 5th largest social networking site, but it accounts for 35% of all social media-driven purchases.
So 5th largest in the world and 3rd largest in the US. That's
Yes.
amazing. The average person on Twitter has 126 followers. Over 40% of people on Twitter have never tweeted anything. And only 7%, it's not on here, but only 7% of America is on Twitter. 53% of tweets are product recommendations. 53% of tweets are product recommendations. 40% never tweet anything, and only 7% are used in America. Imagine how many people are really getting product recommendations. A lot of people who are using the site. A lot of people who are using the site. It makes it easier for you. Over 1 billion tweets every 72 hours. I probably help make that number go up quite a bit.
Sure.
39% of marketers have generated leads on Twitter. My whole group, could you guys stand up from Britain? They're all from social media. They're all from social media. That's amazing, guys. When you can have people, and they flew all the way here. When you can have people on social media and you generate interest that way, and they're doing the same thing. They duplicate the same thing. They have rooms full of people in London right now. They have to be qualified, their leads. They just won't pick anybody. They're working social media to get access to more people, but then they get out there and still do the work in person.
That's right. Now the largest, Facebook, 200 million unique visitors per month in the United States. 1 billion active users, with an average user having 130 friends. 72% of business-to-consumer companies acquired customers via Facebook. 43% of B2B market companies acquired customers, 80% of social media users prefer to connect with their favorite brand using Facebook. Facebook is the first layer of social networking. It's where we start. We start there because the majority of the people are already on there. It's very easy to start the relationship on Facebook and then take it out to other different marketplaces or other social networks.
Right, and by the way, when you connect your phone to Facebook or Twitter, they ask you, would you like us to post whatever you post on Facebook or Twitter on the other one? So if you're on Twitter, it asks you, do you want to post on Facebook? And if you're on Facebook, it asks you, do you want to post on Twitter? Why wouldn't you click the button yes? Then you don't have to repost again. It's simple. It does the work for you. It's called working smarter rather than harder. It's easy, right? It's easy. Are you listening? Because if not, it could be costing you money. I have somebody here I haven't even met yet. That's Patricia, right? I met her on social media. We haven't even met in person yet. Stand up a second. She's one of my prospects here today. Okay? I haven't even met her yet, but I just saw Jackie point to me. That's Patricia, your lead from social media. Because everybody knows I'm constantly working. I'm inviting people to things all the time. You can ask JR, do you mind if I have 14 seats, honey? Because I have 14 prospects coming. And I do it everywhere I go. It's simple for me. Because engaging online is fun. And we're going to talk a lot about that. I don't want you to lose any money by not paying attention right now. You should be focused and learning so you're duplicating everything we're saying.
You know, using social media, it's so simple. All we're doing is simply sharing our stories with our friends and family. And we're communicating that through our success. And then we're taking all of those relationships that we build offline and we're taking them online so that we have both the online and offline communication to really keep up with their lives and for them to keep up with our lives.
And you know, the cool thing is when we interact in person, it's easy. Hey, Elizabeth, what's happening? You look great. I've missed you so much. You look gorgeous. Your man's growing his hair out. Everything's great. Everybody looks fantastic. Everybody's making a ton of money. But all of a sudden, we go online and we don't know what to say. It wouldn't be normal if I went up to Steven and said, hey, Steve, how are you?
First of all, you need to back off. There is a rule here, and you're breaking it.
What's the rule?
The rule is you got to give me some space.
It would not be normal if I went up to Steve and I said, hey, Steve, what's happening?
Well, how are you doing?
No, but what if you didn't say anything?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be mean.
No, but if you wouldn't... You forgot what we're supposed to do.
I know.
That's all right. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Exactly. How have you been? Is that normal?
No.
It's not normal to do it online. Why? You don't do it offline. You talk to people who you know and who you don't know offline. Why can't you talk to people online? Be yourself. Be yourself. People don't want a salesperson. They want you to be yourself. I'm going to kill you later. Let me take my shoes off. Hold up. Because I'm going to get serious. This is going to get good. Okay? I know, they look kind of good. They look like Cinderella shoes, but they feel like really bad. Here, Jackie, you take those, baby. Okay. This is what socializing used to look like offline. My husband and I would have friends over. This is what it looked like. How many of you recognize a picture like this, right? When we socialize offline, this is what it used to look like. This is what it looks like today. Yes or no? Everybody has their phone in their hand. They're texting, they're tweeting, they're Facebooking. You guys get the picture? You need to take advantage of it. I always have to write, my husband and I are in the same room, and I have to text him to look up at me. And I'm like, honey, I'm trying to talk to you. Could you please look up at me and get off Facebook and searching? And who are you searching for? Because I don't see any prospects at the meeting yesterday. You see what I mean? So ladies, pay attention. Girls, behave more cautiously. Right? You gotta pay attention, and that's what socializing looks like.
But you know what? It's all about keeping consistency within your online persona. It's about creating a profile, sharing your interests, telling what you do, a good picture, as well as being yourself. But it's about taking this from one page and making sure that it's consistent through all the different social networks that you do.
Right, that's
what happens is that
Instagram.
when somebody goes on and they're friends with you, Loren, on Twitter, they see your face and then they go on to Facebook and they relate that face from Twitter onto Facebook, so it builds those relationships
it makes it easy
all over.
for them to find me. That's on Weibo. That's on, go back 1 second. Go back to the Instagram one. Oh, right there, that's fine.
Okay.
Pinterest. So I put, a profile is very important, guys. Please don't put that you are nothing and you don't do anything. I always look to see what our unfranchised owners put as their bios and profiles, and some of you leave them empty. Please tell everybody who you are and that you are somebody, because you are. You are. So mine, I put co-founder of MarketAmerica.com, senior vice president of Shop.com, successful internet and fashion entrepreneurs, social media addict. I love people and I love my family. Why do I put that? Because I want people who have families to connect with me. I want people to know I have a family, because people connect with people when they have things of interest. I like fashion and beauty. I like the internet. What about you? That tells them a lot about me in 140 characters. I give them everything I can and I push it to the limit, and I sometimes shorten my text and I'll put a U instead of spelling it out. I want to get as much in there as I can so they know who they're talking to. And if I end up going to find them and search for them, they'll listen. So all of my pages have the same picture. Why? Because I want to make it easy for them to find me.
That's right. You want to keep a very clean online image. You want to make sure that what you're posting is what you want to attract. If you want to attract business people, you want to do it by having a professional type page, by showing off your family, by showing off things that will interest them, not showing off late nights at the club, things of that sort. So you want to keep a clean image. You want to be friendly, caring while sharing.
Be yourself.
Just simply be yourself is exactly right. You know, talk to your online friends like you would your friends offline. Just because you're behind a computer doesn't mean that you can just sit there and throw so much at them. Just because you can spam them so easily with the click of the button. All they're going to do is ignore you on those different social networking sites. Be yourself, act as if these people are your friends, because they are your friends, so treat them as you would both online as you would offline.
That's right. Now listen, on the internet, nobody knows that you're a dog, but they can smell a marketer a million miles away. That means don't be pushy and don't force it. Be yourself, and if you're pushy in person, then don't be yourself. Okay? I want you to be just a normal, friendly person on Twitter and Facebook and not try to sell. Because I'm going to teach you the tricks on how you are going to sell by not selling. Does that make sense to you? I know how to do it because I acquire 210 customers every single month, new ones. Every single month, 210 new customers come from my social media. And the girls know, I'm always pushing people out to people. I'm always sending it back through the system, through the portal. I never post my own portal on my Facebook or social media site, because I know many of you, you're putting your own page on there. I want you guys to know how to sell without trying to sell, because you'll sell a lot more. No, on the internet, nobody knows you're a dog, but they can't smell a marketer a million miles away. Now,
social searching.
my favorite thing to do.
Yes, but you know what? You took your shoes off.
Roger,
I'm about to get really serious.
Woo!
Because this is serious stuff.
It really hurts on the concrete up here. That's the thing. I can walk around in those shoes all day, but somehow or another on this concrete, it kills.
I know. But social searching is so easy. All you have to do is find people because they're looking to be sold. First, what you need to do is you need to start tweeting what you want to attract. If you want to go after the health and nutrition expert or a trainer, why not become an expert in health and nutrition? Show off studies, clinicals that are not just happening for Market America related products, but related to products in which you offer vitamin C, vitamin D, etc. Show off that you're the expert. They come to you looking at you as the expert. So then when you talk to them about the different products to sell, it's a much easier sell. Use relevant keywords. Use keywords that sell, such as makeup, specific things in makeup, eyeshadows. We're going to show you this whole process about being very specific.
Entrepreneur.
Absolutely, entrepreneur. Because people are using specific words to describe their situations. Be a listener and a solution to what people want. If you search for people who are looking to lose weight, you're going to find 20 tweets a second about people wanting to lose weight on Twitter. All you have to do is listen to their needs and provide them a solution. Make the time and reap the benefits. This is something that you can do 10 minutes a day, and in 10 minutes, you're going to want to do it more because you're going to see the success instantly within your organization.
I love that. Now, look, I love makeup. Who loves makeup? I love makeup. I also happen to love a brand called Motives. So what do I want to do? I want to share my story. Oh my God, those feel so much better, doesn't it? You have the
Yes,
red
it
bottoms
does.
like me too, huh? Those red bottoms, they look good, but they don't feel good. But at any rate, I love makeup. I want to share my story on Facebook and Twitter. I want to engage with people who know I love makeup because they love makeup. So what do? I give them exactly what they're looking for. I want to teach you guys how people are looking for you. They're asking you for your advice. So when I search, I always search things and I use a question mark. Why did I use a question mark? Because I know somebody's looking for an answer in the search. And I'll type in need eyeshadow question mark. When I search for new eyeshadow, see at the top of the screen it says need to buy new eyeshadow, the need to buy eyeshadow. You can see all the people here. I need to buy a silver eyeshadow for Mac. I've got a silver eyeshadow for her from Motives. It's 8:45 a.m., Melissa wrote, and I'm thinking about how I need to go buy eyeshadow and primer this morning. All of these people, go to the next one real quick. All of these people here are looking to buy makeup. I need new clothes, shoes, and makeup pronto. Here's Erica Lynn. I need new makeup. It's so hard to find good makeup for my skin. Any suggestion, Twitter ladies? Makeup, brands, or skin? Now let me ask you a question. Do you think that they're looking for help? They're asking for your advice. I don't know Erica Lynn, and I don't follow her, and she doesn't follow me. We don't know each other at all. But what do? I immediately write to Erica Lynn at her Twitter address, which is Miss America. At Motives is my favorite. I'm partial, but it's the best. Let me know if I can have someone help you find the perfect shade for you. Now, I tell her right from the get-go I'm partial. Why? Because I know if she goes to Motives and clicks on that, she's going to see at Motives by Loren Reitinger. So I like to be super honest and let people know I'm partial. Yes, it's my brand, but I want to help you find the right shade so I can put you in touch with somebody who can do that for you. She can either act on it, she don't. Now, I do that sometimes 20 times a day with my team. And I might get 2 customers out of that 20 or sometimes 30, but I got 2 new customers. I got 2 new customers. For every 20 I do, I guarantee you I at least get 1. Because I know exactly what to say. I'm an expert at it. I'm an expert at it, and I want you to be an expert at it. So I'll write back to people, oh, by the way, look what happened 2 days later. I got an order. Look who the billing address is from. I get a little shop.com order just like you guys. This came in, and Stephen and I were already done with our presentation. We just did this search the other day. I just did this the other day. Stephen and I were already done with our presentation, and we had to pull it back just because I got this email and I wanted to put it in. You understand what I'm saying? I do this all the time. My girls know this is normal for me to do. We work at this all the time. My team knows I want to search for people who want my brand. who want to be an entrepreneur because they need shop.com. They need Market America. And I know, I search for the need of people who want to buy vitamins because we have the best-selling vitamins in the world. And they're the best tasting, and they do more for you than any pill you'll take anywhere. And I want to tell people about it. So I'll search, and I'll say, need to buy vitamins. And look here, I need to buy me some vitamins at the top. Sierra wrote, I need to go buy some vitamins. My body needs some vitamins. They all are looking to go buy the vitamins. And yet you have no one to talk to? Nobody to sell anything to? You don't know anyone? Think about it. You don't have to know them. I didn't know Erica, and she didn't know me. Demand being fit. Look what he wrote. Anyone have any suggestions on vitamins I should take? I'm going shopping soon, and I need great vitamins to buy. Who else are you going to sell to? They're looking for you to sell them a product. They're looking for you to share them. That's when you engage. That's when you tell them, hey, I've got something for you. I'm partial to it because I've been using it and I've only experienced success. When Alice talks about OPC3, it's very easy for her to talk about the incredible healing it's done for her body. Yes, I'm partial to it. It saved my life. When you can share those type of stories with people who are asking for information, you're crazy not to tell them. Look what happens next. So I immediately write, of course, back to demand on being fit. Isotonic vitamins are best for your body and are absorbed super fast. They're liquid and they're delicious and they're sold on shop.com. And what happens is I'm engaging with the person without being pushy. Look what happens next. And look what they ordered. Look at the date on that. I was already done with my presentation, and they ordered the vitamins. This is no made-up lie. I don't have any access to the computer to make up these forms, okay? I live in Miami, not in Greensboro. I don't have any way to access these forms, and I have no reason to make this up. I do this all the time, and people who know me do know I do it all the time. That's all I do. I expose our brands for people, and I try to get the company press without costing us any money. That's all I do. I market, I build a brand, and I focus on it, period. End of story. This is what I do, and I do it good. And you can do the exact same thing. And I don't know who Demand by Fit was, but I got a new customer.
That's right.
I got a new customer. And so do you. And so they bought isotonics. Use your tweets like cookie crumbs, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, use this as a way to plug something relevant that your product complements. Find things that, find what people are talking about. So like right now, everybody is concerned about the flu and about catching the flu. And so therefore, here's Spencer, flu-like symptoms, yay me. And then he goes through his hashtags. Here is Loren now engaging with that person. It tried to get me. This helped me stop it dead in its tracks with a link to her portal for a product page to purchase that. Now the interesting about this one was that when you actually posted this tweet just to Spencer, this led to what, 200-300 people to instantly follow you because you talked about the flu.
Now that's really important. Steve and I were doing this together all week because I was like, let's use really relevant information and do really relevant searches right now. So everything I show them happens like in the right time, right this minute. I want to do everything, and Jacqueline will tell you, we worked for 5 days straight prior to the event, tweeting, social searching for people. I was telling them what to write, what to say. I was answering people back, and when I wrote this one about the flu, my whole email went crazy on my Twitter box, and I had 200 followers literally in less than 5 minutes. Why? Why? Because if you notice, we're talking about the flu. And the flu is one of the most relevant topics on the news right now. So it pushes its search way to the top on Twitter. And people are talking about flu. So if you type in the word flu in Twitter, you're going to see the millions and millions of tweets that are coming through. And when you search for flu and you're looking for information, because I'm an influencer on Twitter, they push mine right to the top, and people saw me talking about flu, and they started pushing. Followers started coming to me right away because I told them, hey, this is what it'll stop it dead in its track. All you need to do is do the same thing. Talk about relevant topics, and then as Steve said, leave a cookie crumb back to your website. So right now, flu is a big one, right? Flu is a very important one. People are trying to stay away from influenza A, influenza B. It's very hard to do, and it's knocking a lot of people out. OPC3 will help you get better faster. Faster. So I leave cookie crumbs all the way to my website so they can easily buy it. Now, use the search function in Twitter to find people who are tweeting about needing a product. Everyone likes free stuff, and it comes across very genuine. Tell the tweeter you might be able to help them out and offer them a free sample, and customers will automatically follow. Here's when I do that. When we have a blogger that we're tracking and we want them to try motives, or a magazine like Loren has motives in the top 100 brands anyway. But when we want to track somebody down because we want them to write a nice tweet about motives, I'll track them down literally in a very nice way, and I'll ask them, can I send them something for free to try, and if they like the product, will they tweet, put a testimonial on their Twitter. And I only do that for people of influence. People of influence could be having 5,000 followers, or 1,000 followers, but they're talking to that same type of audience. So maybe they're an expert in vitamins, or an expert in fitness, or an expert in nutrition. And I know that the people following them are people who are engaged in that conversation only. They want to hear about health and nutrition. So I might reach out to somebody and say, hey, can I send you a free sample? Like this particular person who has 40,000 followers. And I'll say, and she wrote, feeling knackered at this time, don't know how I'm going to survive work, 12 to 8 all week, and working Sunday. Ugh, tired. So I immediately target her and say, hey, I know what you mean. I hate those days. I used to hate them. How about if I send you a sample of Intense FX, and let me know what you think? And she wrote me back by direct message after I started following her and say, hey, send me the sample, and if I like it, I'll tweet about it. You can do those simple things. You don't need to give away free things all the time. You only do that with people of influence. Then they're going to recommend you, and you're going to give them your Bitly link for your portal, so when they recommend it, people are clicking on your link to get them to go back and buy the product from you. Does that make sense?
That's right.
Hope that makes sense for you.
You know, a great way to get people, products in front of viewers is by either asking them questions about their opinions. Let's say it's women asking other women about what they think about specific colors within cosmetics.
Right.
So it's just simply, here's one where Loren said, one of my new faves, what do you think? And it takes them to a link to a new color within the Modus Cosmetic product line. And all you're doing here is asking them their opinion, because anytime you send out a tweet, you want it to be a tweet in which it requires a response or engagement from that. It's not just simply you talking about something, but you wanting to engage them in a two-way conversation.
Engaging.
So now, this is one where, you talk about your favorite lipstick being Motives, Pink Sand. Yeah,
now I'll run a contest. Like last week I did this right before the event, and I'll say, hey, my favorite lipstick is Motives Pink Sand. Let me know what yours is. And if you just tell me what yours is, even if it's not Motives, I'll send you one of my favorites. Now, I do that for a couple reasons. Why? Because if I'm buying 5 lipsticks, it costs me a lot less than if I'm going to get one customer from it. Trust me. Because I'm getting that customer for a lifetime. So first of all, I'm collecting information. What colors do people like? I want to make sure we sell it. I'm doing like test marketing at the same time. I'm making sure that the right orange that everybody likes, we have. Or the right red. And then I'm making sure I'm collecting leads and prospects and finding new followers. Now here's what happened. Somebody wrote me back and said, I adore lipstick, Loren Writing, or she didn't follow me before. I feel naked without putting it on every day. One of my favorites is Max. Love, Loren. Many thanks, Cindy. Now, we ran a contest. We gave away 5 lipsticks. Go ahead and show them the statistics. I got 11 new customers. I have 313,000 followers already, and I gained 747 new followers in 5 days, 193 replies, 141 people wrote in what their favorite color was, and I had 438 click-throughs. Is that correct? 438. Jacqueline tracked the whole thing for me. 438 click-throughs. 11 new customers. 11 new customers. And I gave away 5 lipsticks. Big deal. I'm exposing the brand. 11 new customers. When they go online, they have to spend more money than to buy just one lipstick. So I give them one lipstick 5 times. Who cares? It's simple. 11 new customers, and it cost me 5 lipsticks. Do you see how simple these things are to do to gain new people? Do they make sense to you? Are you getting it? Because I want you to get it. We want you to get it.
You know, be helpful or be conversational. The best promo tweets provide a tip with that promo. You know, here's a specific one. Scars from acne can seem like double punishment. First, I have to suffer through pimples. Now I have marks to remind me.
Oh, gosh.
You know, and they keep going through these whole things, and then what happens is that here comes Loren to introduce 3 types of treatments to get rid of acne scars, and then takes them, I believe this one was to a blog.
Well, actually, this one takes it to my blog. So now all I'm doing is I'm providing promotional information and being helpful to people, and hopefully they'll stumble upon it. Because I know that people are searching for help with acne. They have skincare problems, and I have the solution. I have Lumiere, and I have Matrix Skin, and I have Skintelligence. And by the way, Matrix Skin is amazing with Lumiere. If you haven't, I know many fans of Matrix Skin in the house. I'm a big fan of it myself, huge fan of it. So make sure that you still use it in conjunction with Lumiere, because it makes it an extra home run. But I always give them a link to where I want them to go, and I'm writing a story on my blog about the 3 types of treatments that will help acne. All of these people are engaging with me. They wanted that information. They want to know about that information. And many people say to me, well, why do you write about other products on your blog? Well, in order to have a blog that's separate from Market America, and a blog that's separate from shop.com, I can't just write about our products. So I always incorporate our product in with 3 other products of somebody else's. I always say, I like this one the best, I'm partial to this one, but you could choose any one of these and they might be successful for you. I know I've had success with this one. In order to have credibility as a blogger, and I have one of the top blogs in the nation, in order to have credibility as a blogger, you've got to be fair and you've got to be right, and you've got to be able to write about a lot of things and not just your own product. You don't need to worry about bashing other people's products. That doesn't make people buy your products anymore. It makes it buy it less. Sell your product because it works great, and ours do. That's for sure. I love this one, Jim.
You know, this was one that actually Jim Winkler actually got while we were doing this presentation. You know, he got one of his friends to send him a Facebook message, and he said, hello, how can I get started? And Jim asked him, hey, Landon, are you working with someone? Well, no, I know Krangle from when I was in the Marines. So he knows Shane Krangle, instantly it picks him up. Jim, rather than trying to follow anything else, pushes that person. You should hit him up on Facebook right away. He is doing amazing. Okay, I will, thanks. This is the proper way to actually communicate with those new social prospects. When they come to you, find out, just like you would when you're talking to them offline, okay, are you working with anybody now? See where their interest in the business came from, and then redirect them to the right person within that organization.
And by the way, Jim doesn't leave it there. He follows up with Shane to make sure that Shane got the message, and he follows up with the guy, because that's a hot prospect, right? He's a hot prospect, and he wants information, and he already asked, how do I get started? You have to follow through on that type of information. When people act that fast, you've got to act faster. Share everyday tasks on social media. Recommend new items that may be of interest to people. Post relevant messages. Share photos. Share what you love.
That's right.
Engage and collect information. At Motives Cosmetics on Facebook, we do an excellent job of engaging people. We're not always pushing product. I was telling Kim and Maria the other day what an amazing job that our team has been doing on that site. We're not just selling products or saying, hey, our product's the best. We're showing them looks, how to get different looks, right? From that look that they like of Jennifer Lopez, if they want to get the look, this is what they can use for Motives to achieve the same look. We'll tease them and show them a picture of the weather in Miami before they come here. We're engaging conversation with those people online. All you need to do is be friendly and be yourself, and then collect the information. I run those contests to collect information, but then ultimately, of course, we're always here to get new customers.
Become a trusted source on social networking. So many people, live and breathe by what Dr. Oz says on his show.
Yeah.
And so it's one of the perfect things to actually take those articles that he writes about or shares on his blogs or on his website and actually relate that to the product itself. Here was a perfect scenario. Dr. Oz did a low enzyme test. All I did was simply push this test out, said I took the test. Thanks to isotonic digestive enzyme, mine are normal. How do you rank? With a link to that product of the digestive enzymes.
You see what he just did? He connected relevant information using an influencer like Dr. Oz. He tied into what Dr. Oz said, connected with something that was relevant with what he sells, and gives them a link, a cookie crumbs to lead them to his site. Everything we just talked about. Does that make sense to you? Everything that we just said before this, he used that exact same thing. I took the test, thanks to isotonics, digestive enzymes, mine are normal. How do you rank? He asked them a question, he engaged with them, he uses information of an influencer like Dr. Oz that people are listening to, ties it back to digestive enzyme, and gives them cookie crumbs to his website so he can make a sale, and he did.
That's right.
Makes sense, right? You want to engage with people. I just talked about this. We can go on. We want to make people smile. We want to share testimonials, all of those things. Don't make it a selling site. When somebody gives you a great testimonial on your product, even if they just told it to you on the phone, ask them to write it up on social media for you. My team always does that. Jacqueline always asks people, hey, would you mind sending in testimonials? We'd like to get them. And use those testimonials when you post it about another product. Here's what people have to say about Lumiere de Vie. Here's what people are saying about OPC3. You decide for yourself. Let other people help you sell, because we know that 87% of peer recommendations are purchased. So let your friends do the talking for you. Ask for a testimonial and put it on there.
When they say I'm interested or I need advice, simply answer their questions. They're saying, okay, we have this issue, so solve that problem. Be a problem solver. Share product information and testimonials. Share your personal testimonials. People relate to people who are a product of that product. Share links to then buy that product. Make sure that you're not just getting them fired up and then you're not closing the sale. Always be closing in that scenario. Now, 80% engage. It's that 80-20 rule. So 80% is about engagement, sharing information that interests you and your followers. Make sure that it's about them. You know what your friends like, what your followers like. Share relevant information 80% of the time. Then spend the other 20% actually promoting testimonials, product information. You don't want to overwhelm people about this is sell, sell, sell. When you start doing sell, 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 they start unfollowing you. You want to make it about them, providing them relevant content. Don't force it. Don't try to simply say, I'm going to, sell, 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 and then all of a sudden you're forcing the sales. You finally have somebody who's interested, and all of a sudden you become that aggressive salesperson because you're behind a computer. Remember, what happens offline should also happen online.
Right. That was a funny slide. Don't force it, guys, smashing his head against the
computer. Right?
You know what I mean? Okay, let me talk to you about what we did in London, because it's been super successful. I've been to London 11 times since March, I think it is, or 12 times since March. And I'm there almost every month. I just missed December. That was the first time I missed it. I had to take one day off after my surgery. And and we did an amazing campaign with our social media group. And Steve will tell you, it really took about 5 days of hard work of searching and looking and tweeting and capturing and collecting information and engaging. But we had the whole team work together to do that, because Jared and I were going in there, and we wanted to make sure that we were going to go in there. We had never been to London, and I don't know if we'd ever even been to London before on a vacation. Had we? Well, you have, but that was before me, so it doesn't really count. But the point is, so we had never been there before together, so we wanted to go in there and make sure we knew people. And I told JR, you know, I know a lot of people on social media follow me from London. I'm going to check to see how many of them are from Great Britain and do a geographical search through a company called, sorry, I just went, who do I use for, what's the name of the company I use to track the search? Oh, Social Sprout. Thank you, Jacqueline. Social Sprout. I use Social Sprout to help me track my analytics, and I can see what countries people are following me in. So I know when I leave Taiwan and Hong Kong after being there 2 times in the last 5 months, I know that all my friends are following me there. I can see who's following me wherever they are, and I had a nice group of people following me from London who I didn't know. So I said, let's try to just do a little test market to see if I can get any of those people who want to be involved in the business once we launch in London in March. So we use my Facebook account, JR's Facebook account, our Twitter accounts, the company Twitter accounts.
That's right. These were, I mean, the big key thing is, these were all just cold leads. This was not people that Loren and JR knew. These were just people who were following them. Same thing with our shop sites and our corporate site. These were just people we were actually going out and trying to search for. And, you know, so we utilized an invitation tool to where we actually went on there and invited, you know, both bloggers as well as followers of Loren and JR to actually come to these events. And so we use just very simple, you know, little tweets.
And we won't read all of these because you're going to have access to this presentation. I'm going to... Yeah, they were hot leads. JR said they were... What do you mean hot leads? Well, I mean, my group is hot looking, so I'm wondering if you're saying that like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to ask my group about something in a minute. Actually, can I get just a handheld mic real quick? I want to just do a fast testimonial real quick. Can I get a handheld mic, guys, up here? But I don't want to read you all these because you're going to get these. These are the exact tweets. Thanks, Mike. These are the, can I get my group from London just to come up here real quick? My girls right here in the front, Tan, Raquel, Sev, and Jada. Can you 4 of you come up here real quick? I know I threw you guys, had no idea I was going to do this, but you look so cute, like JR said, hot. So one of the things that we do, yeah, it's the red bottoms, I know. One of the things that we do at the meeting is they'll tell you, the 4 of us, we're very organized. And Gavin, I forgot all about you. How can I forget about my guy, Gavin? Gavin, come on up here, babe. We need you up here. We're very, very organized at our meetings. So we put these tweets out there. They're the exact same tweets. Now, if you don't specialize in motives, don't worry, switch it to isotonics. I don't need to spell them out for you. You can go do your homework, right? But you're going to use the exact same ones. Don't make this harder for yourself. And we use these exact same tweets. Now, I met all of you on social media, yes or no? Let's give them the mic real quick. Why don't you tell them how we met, real quick? Sorry, I love you. I know she's scared to death. She's probably thinking, why is she doing this to me right now?
I basically followed Loren for like 2 or 3 years before last March, and then I saw her writing on Twitter that she was coming to the UK, so I clicked the link and then saw the invitation, filled out the invitation, and then I went along to the presentation, and that's when I first met her. And I went to a UBP, and then a couple of days later there was a motives presentation, so I also went to that as well. And yeah, so that's basically through Twitter, that is how I met Loren.
And I love Jada. And this is Jada's mom. Isn't she so gorgeous?
Hello. Obviously, my daughter's on social media. She asked me to come along with her to the very first meeting. We went along, we both met Loren, and through meeting Loren, we went to the Motives presentation, as Jada said, and from then on, we've become unfranchised owners, and it's been fantastic. We've had fun, we've been to 2 events. We went to Greensboro in August, and we're now here in Miami, and it's just going from strength to strength to strength, and it's just been great.
That's fantastic. And Tan, go girl.
Right, my name is Tanisha Westcott. I met Loren as well through Twitter. I got an invite from Loren to an event at Claridge's.
And you didn't follow me?
Yeah, I didn't follow Loren. Loren didn't follow me. I was just like, okay, well, it is Claridge's. I'll have a look. I looked up Loren as well, which is kind of key with what she said earlier about people using social media to do like searches and background checks on you. I found out who she was, went along to Claridge's, saw the Motives Cosmetics line, and then I went to an on-franchise business presentation, which was maybe 2 days later. And yeah, it just kind of went from there. So yeah, Twitter. And here I am today. And I also went to Greensboro, and the business is doing fantastic.
Yeah, and by the way, they're executive coordinators, by the way, and they're recycling right again, right? They're going through another full cycle again, which is amazing.
Yeah, once Loren found us, once we got started, we just implemented everything that they told us to do. And you know, we've got a lead that's in the audience at the moment, you know, basically gone through the same sort of process, and he's just been on his Facebook page, just contacting friends and family and everything like that. And there's a few people here today, so you know, you can do it. It's very easy.
Woo! Go, Raquel!
I was following Loren on Twitter, and heard that Modus is coming into London, and I was a makeup artist, so I thought I'll go ahead and see what that's all about. I knew nothing about the business, so I just wanted to find out about the brand. Got to meet Loren, found out about the business, been in it now for almost a year, and loving it, making checks, and it's the best thing's ever happened to me.
Oh, I love you. And hold it for 1 second, I want to ask you a question. And one thing, the real point, and I love them, they're amazing, and they're all making money, it's like Sev tells the story that she worked her whole life for somebody else's dreams, and in the first month of doing Market America, she retailed more in one day than she made in the whole month. And you know, that is what we do this for, guys. We have great products that help great people. But one of the things that I was talking about, us being very organized, we're very organized. So when I go into London, Steve has his whole team do exactly what we teach you, right? We do exactly this. I say, guys, we're coming in. Steve has the team get on it, and JR and I and Andrew get on the phone with our team, and I say, okay, guys, I've got 30 leads who are committed to coming to the meeting tonight from my social media. I'm giving them all to you. And Tan and Sev and Jada and Raquel and Gavin, split them up, right? You guys split them up themselves, because I don't want to be in the middle of who's good and who's bad. They sort through it themselves. And right after a meeting, like clockwork, before the meeting, they've introduced themselves, and right after the meeting, like clockwork, JR and I and Andrew sit there, and they just put themselves with the little groups, and they each end up having 5, 6, 7, 10 people, right? And what happens? It's like we end up having like 20, 30 prospects at a meeting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you know what? It's just really good because we also get a chance to communicate directly with these people, and we build relationships past Twitter. And you know, it's really fun to meet with them face to face and build really good relationships and get to find out a little bit more about them, which is what Loren was saying before. It's not just about a social presence, but it's also translating that into a really good relationship, getting to know them, building a real genuine friendship, and obviously giving them a fantastic business opportunity so that they can too become financially independent.
I get everybody, every single meeting in London, you can ask JR, I fill the room with 200 people easy. Every single time. We end up getting 20 or 30 great people out of it that we narrow down. All you have to do is exactly what Steve's team does with our team.
That's right. And the thing about it is, we know that most of your business is actually on Facebook, not on Twitter. And most of your brands and most of your contacts are on Facebook. Now, any time that there's a major event on Facebook or any of these major social networks, we spend as a team 2 hours after those conferences dissecting how it's relevant to you. And one of those things that Facebook just launched was the graph search. And now this graph search is actually their version of that Twitter search, allowing you to be able to communicate with not only what your friends' interests are, but friends of friends. Now, I got access to this beta, I think a week and a half ago, and we were actually playing around with a little bit of it. Now, this is from my account. So I wanted to see how many of my friends liked GNC Live Well. If they obviously like GNC, guess what? They probably like vitamins and health and nutritional products, right? So I am looking for people to communicate with. Well, all of a sudden, I get this grid of friends of mine who like GNC Live Well. And so now I have what they like, who they are, so it's filtering out that process. I can then even refine the search to be able to do gender, employer, current cities, hometown, so that I can target where I want to recruit or who I want to approach about certain products. I can then take that one step further and actually go friends of my friends who may like GNC Live Well. So now I'm not only limiting it to my friends, but their friends as well. Remember, in our business, we always say it's not who you know, it's who you may lead to. So that's what we're looking for when it comes to Facebook and the search, is that it's allowing us to see who has similar interests, because that's all prospects. We can even get geo-specific with friends of friends or with our friends. So here I specifically looked for friends of friends who like gyms in Greensboro, North Carolina. And so what happens is that it comes back with several thousand friends of friends who like going to the gym. I know they're healthy people if they like to go to the gym. They're instantly now people that I want to communicate with and at least build a relationship with to see how serious they are about their fitness, their nutrition, and their health.
And this is going to be available to everybody on Facebook
in a month or two.
About a month or two, right?
Yeah, so this is what so this is, again, just showing you all the different things that you're going to have access to. Now, how many people would love to know which friends of their friends like MAC Cosmetics? All of a sudden, you're going to get this long list of your friends of friends who like MAC Cosmetics, and all of a sudden that becomes talking points for you to talk to them about what cosmetics they like, which specific lines, which specific colors they like within MAC, and then you can upsell them to Moda's Cosmetics.
And then all we do, guys, is we build a business exactly the way we do offline, online, and online, offline. We do the exact same thing in both places. This is how we cross-pollinate socially. We can build and work with our groups without leaving our home during the times you can't travel. That doesn't replace the travel. It's just during the times you cannot travel, you can cross-pollinate socially using social media. You fill the bean jar and you search for producing relevant content on social media. We build the business the same way online as we do offline, but we have immediate access to thousands of people online. You don't have immediate access to people offline, not thousands, like you do online. So you use the access to gain you access to the thousands, and then you take it offline.
That's right. On Facebook, you really want to post your wins. You want to post bringing in new team members, success with the product, things of that actually attracts other people to say, well, what are you doing? What is that? What are you trying? Here's some people who have actually, here's Shane Kringle. He actually shows off his new recruits within his organization. What happens is people ask questions. What are you doing that's bringing in all the success? Here's some more people who duplicated, bringing in new organization members and showing that off on Facebook. What about just hitting new challenges or being up on stage in front of 20,000? What happens is that when you see this success, doesn't people want to ask, well, what are you doing? Congratulations, how are you making the success, etc. So it then gives you a leadway into talking about the business. Also have some fun with your post. Here was one that I loved by Shane. This guy went to 7 straight trainings and didn't get a single result-producing activity. Stop overtraining and take action. This shouldn't always be just about success, but it should also be a little bit fun as well. One of the big things that you should definitely utilize in Facebook is get your organizations or your teams into these Facebook private groups. Set up a private group for your team. This is one that Jim Winkler set up. It actually shows team competitions. Jim gets his team, he invites them to be a part of this group. They communicate what they're selling, what they're doing. They share training information so that they can get those people to communicate and to be aware of what trainings are going on in those areas.
And I think the most important thing that Jim told me about his Facebook group is it's not relying on him. He's getting other people to post all the time, and everybody relies on each other's information, so one person's not doing all the work.
That's exactly right. You share your team experiences. You share people coming into business, doing success stories, getting new customers, how much BV that was worth. It becomes one of those things to where it's not just one person, as Loren, you said, doing the work. It's everybody putting in their experiences to keep everybody going. Share partner stores. Just ordered 4 books from all that, etc. And so therefore, it's sharing those experiences online. And then it's really creating the ultimate social coring, utilizing the Facebook chats, the Meet On, the Google Hangouts, webinars, etc., to really grow your business through social networking.
Right, well, let's not go through all these real quick. I'm going to just say 2 very important ones that are on there. One, when you have distributors, because we should bring out our testimonials in a minute.
Yes.
One of the things that we have to do is when you see other fellow distributors posting about a product on their page, please do not put your portal address under there. We're seeing that happen way too much. Do not do that to fellow friends here. Post it on your own page. Don't take other people's. Nobody wants to see you post under Jim's page, I let you do it under my page because of who I am, and I don't care because I give it away to you guys. But you look crazy when 30 of you under my page are putting your portal address. Everybody's like, who are these piranhas? Who are these piranhas? Don't do it. Don't do it. I tell people shop.com because they're going to recycle and be sent out to the field to you guys anyway. Jim Winkler don't want to see you do it. Shane don't want to see you do it. Post your product on your page and post your portal address on your page. That's very important, and be yourself. Those are the 2 key things.
Exactly,
right?
But you know what? We want to bring up some testimonials to actually share what they're doing to bring up new prospects within the business through social media. So can we have our testimonials come up?
We know we have to utilize Facebook, but what we actually do is use the business side of Facebook, which is called the fan pages or business pages. Now think of it as like a mini website within Facebook where you can actually showcase your business, and then people can opt in, and you can actually send them information over and over again. The other great powerful tool that we like to use is Twitter. With Twitter, you can actually see what people are searching for and then provide them the appropriate information. But our goal with Facebook and Twitter is really to create leads and bring them back to our blogs.
That's right, and your blog is a way for you to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do. Put a face to the internet. But the real purpose of a blog is to actually capture their email.
Exactly, because once we have their email address, now we put them on our conveyor belt. And we're going to feed them information virally via the email, because today people like to do their own research on their own time. So we want to provide as much information as we can. The other thing that we do is we actually invite them to our online webinars where we show the plan right online directly on their computer.
This is my favorite part of the day, to actually show the business plan from the comfort of my own home, in my PJs, sometimes my bathing suit, because I live in Florida. So we show the business plan. We start at marketamerica.com, and we talk about the history of the company. Then you're going to link over to shop.com. Utilize that web portal. Talk about how we get to buy products at wholesale and sell them at retail. We drop ship directly to our customers so we don't have to carry an inventory. And then our affiliate marketing division, that's your partner stores. You're paid a commission when you drive your traffic to those stores. And never leave out the fact that we have the share icons. So with a click of a mouse, they can actually advertise right on social media.
That's right.
So do you want to know if this produces results? Over the past year, Tony and I actually personally sponsored 29 new distributors. Thank you. 28 of them came to us through the internet, through social media. And I want to just touch on one. She's here today. She actually came into our business 8 months ago.
Through our blog.
Through our blog. She led to 14 new distributors. Then she introduced the business through her Facebook page to someone she played a game with. And he led to 4 new distributors. And he's here from Mexico today. And last night, you'll love this one, Mark. Last night we went home, and in her waiting room was a new distributor that we placed when we went home last night. So we like to say it's like the lottery. You got to be in it
To win it.
in
That's
order
right.
for money
Thank
to
you,
fall
guys.
from cyberspace.
See you
Thanks,
online.
everyone.
Let me pass these mics in. Thank you, guys.
Hi guys.
It's on.
Hi guys. I just want to share a little bit with you about what Team Tampa Bay is doing. I remember I spoke on Thursday and I talked about that light and that energy and that passion. You guys, that Facebook page is so important because you need to show that. You truly need to exemplify that. So in our team, what we talk about, we never post anything negative. We only focus on the positive and the positive things going on in our lives. We're at product seminars. We're not talking about money. We're not talking about pink cars. We're talking about impacting people's lives.
That's right, Abby. Tell them. Tell them.
So it's so important to continue to keep that.
No pink
You know,
cards.
if my sisters and I can turn something so negative into something so incredibly positive, I know you can find something positive about your day to post. And secondly, I want to share a touching story how social media led to some business partners. I had this girlfriend at the gym. Her name's Loren. She's so amazing. And I just found out she was pregnant. So I went home and I sent her a personal message. And I just said, hey, Loren, you were glowing at the gym today. Congratulations on your pregnancy. Chad and I can't wait to have kids. And you're going to be an amazing mother. And you know what? Loren opened up to me. She became my friend. She came to a product seminar. And she got on her products and loved them. Even greater, Loren and Loren's mother came to the next seminar. And Loren's mother lost 15 pounds on our TLX products. But then after that, because Loren and her mother loved him so much, she introduced him to her father. And her father got on digestive enzymes and aloe, and he loved the product so much that he came back to me in Team Tampa Bay and said, Abby, I want to implement Nutrimetrics in my office, Dr. Shepard. So you guys, now Loren and Loren's family is in our business, and we're so grateful for it. So, you know, just like JR is going to challenge you today, I challenge you to impact somebody's life. Just send a message. And you never know how much you're going to change their life. And in fact, your business just might grow. Thank you.
That's right, babe. And by the way, Abby, just tell them real quick, babe, how many people you sponsored. It's amazing.
Personally sponsored 20 people this year. First year in the business.
Woo! Thank you so much. I love you. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, right off the bat, just want to let you know, with social media, you need to decide for yourself right now, is your page going to be used for personal reasons, or are you going to use your page for business reasons? If you want to use it for personal reasons, that's fine. Just understand you're not going to attract the quality and type of people that you would probably want to bring into your business. And I remember I sat down and looked at my page. I had to delete all the photos of me and the Marines with my buddies doing crazy things because I want to attract good people to my business. I also want you to do this. When you have a new business partner, register with your business, take a picture with them, post it on their page, and also post it on your page. Here's what that does. One, it shows growth. I can't tell you how many messages I get from people. Shane, I see all these new people joining your business. What are you doing? What is shop.com? Also, when you post the picture on their page, what do their friends do? They message them. What are you doing? What have you got started with? It automatically starts that connection and that conversation with them. Post new pin levels that start. If somebody hits their first check, take a picture with them and congratulate them on their page for earning their first $300 commission check. These are things that are powerful, but lastly, like I always say, don't be weird, all right? Do not post 50 products in a row. That's a sense of desperation, okay? Use your page, mix it up, be professional, but also post things that challenge people in the way that they think. Get conversation and dialogue on your page, and again, people want to see success. Decide for yourself, is your page for business or is it for personal reasons? If it's for business, use it, utilize it, and again, brand yourself and help your team also by really helping them take advantage of the more market they have through Facebook, guys. So that's all I got.
Right. Thank you, guys. Aren't they amazing? And these are real stories, guys. Real quick, we're going to wrap it up because we're in so much trouble and we're so late. I just want to tell you this. When you go home tomorrow, find out who your online personality is and put him or her up, right? Put your bio up there. Let people know who you are. Be yourself. Don't sell. Just tell. People will come to you automatically.
That's right.
Do what we say and do what we do. search. Social search. We love you guys.